This is really gross. I made a disgusting thing.
This is life in 2020. We are dipping sardines into condensed milk. Yay!
We asked you guys to tell us about some of your weirdest food combos that you enjoy eating, and you did not disappoint. Julianne and I sat down, sifted through some of those, and picked some of our favorites. And by favorites, I mean the ones that would possibly cause me the most torment and pain to eat. Our 3 picks for today are TV chips, recommendation for toasted cinnamon raisin bagels and sliced American cheese. Our second entry is from Huria Abatzi. I'm so sorry if I butchered your name, I probably did. And she recommended chocolate milk and Cheetos. I swear it's the best thing ever. Okay. And finally from Gonzalo, we have canned sardines and condensed milk. Now, I love condensed milk. I will put it in almost any baking recipe. Possibilities are endless, but sardines is a whole new frontier. My first question is, what flavor of sardines? What we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna taste test all of these combinations, and I'll give you my thoughts on them. And then I'll come up with a recipe using those ingredients, hopefully making it a little bit more to my liking. So let's get cooking. Oh, but we have to shop first. Let's get shopping.
Did you know that I love canned sardines?
I have 7 here. I can count on the good days. Let's taste. First up, we're doing sardines with condensed milk. I'm doing this one first because, to be honest, I'm dreading this one the most. Can you see the excitement in my eyes? I am absolutely thrilled. Okay, first up, plain sardines. I'm terrified. I think the longer I wait, the more painful this will be, so. Whoa! That is actually amazing. That reminds me of a canned eel. Canned eel? E-E-L. Am I saying that right? Plain sardines dipped into condensed milk remind me of this canned eel that I used to grow up eating. It was sweet with a cured black bean sauce, and it was like candied fish. And if that sounds disgusting to you, then you need to go and try this fish, because that was like in my top 10 all-time favorite childhood eats, and probably still is in my adult top 10 lists. Next up, oil-packed, lightly smoked. Oh yeah, get on there. You know this looks good. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, this looks good. Y'all, this is blowing my mind. And our last one is the simple marinated in olive oil, boneless. Oh yeah, that's the winner. That is delicious. Going back for seconds. The olive oiliness of it plays so well with the creamy milkiness of it. That's a match made in heaven. Strong, independent, it knows what it wants, and it knows what it wants to give to you. Why is this so good? I'm scared. I'm more scared now than I was before. So as you can see, I'm already a fan of this combo. One thing that could make this better for me is to add texture to it. I'm thinking make the fish crunchy, crispy. We're gonna drain the sardines, and then we'll toss them very lightly in cornstarch. So one thing I did not anticipate was how crumbly the sardines are. They're very fragile. So don't go tossing them like they're raw fish. Then we're gonna salt and season with pepper and drop them into the pan. I'm gonna try to use a pan that's a little bit smaller so that the oil can pool up a little bit higher, so that the fish can get a little bit more fried rather than just seared. All right, we got our condensed milk and sriracha sauce mix. They already look better than canned sardines, but no hate on the canned version either. These just look crunchier. The batter on this feels very light and very powdery to me since it's just pure cornstarch, so. That is so enjoyable. My dad is a pescatarian, so when I used to go to McDonald's with him, he would always order the Filet-O-Fish. This fried sardine makes me think of that fried fish fillet. And it's perfect. Because the sweetness of the buns is substituted by the condensed milk sauce, it's like even more pure of a fish fillet enjoyment. The sardine fillet is so flaky right now. It's got like a little bit more of a dehydrated feel to it, but pleasantly so. If you like texture in your food, I highly recommend this fried version. Dipping sardines into condensed milk for me was maybe like a 6.9 out of 10. It's on that border of like creepy weird and oddly enjoyable. But right now, after I fried this fish and dipped it into the sriracha condensed milk concoction, it's a solid 8.1 out of 10. You wouldn't even know that it was canned sardines and condensed milk. You would just recognize it as enjoyable. I think the only thing I would change right now is to maybe pop some acidity in here because the spiciness is there, the sweetness is there, the saltiness even is there from the fish. Now it is also the perfect consistency too, with a little bit more liquid in there. That is so good. Man, I love this. Aaron, do you want to try this at all? It's my take on condensed milk sardines.
I'm terrified, honestly. All right.
Do you like it?
I do. There's a lot of mayo in here, right?
There's no mayo at all.
What's in it?
It's sriracha and condensed milk and a squeeze of lemon juice.
That's crazy. That does not taste like condensed milk. That's just sort of like mildly sweet, nice sauce. And these sardines are perfectly fried. This is a great meal, June. You did it. You did the impossible.
How much would you pay for this?
$8.
$8 for 6 sardines? And a dip?
And a dip.
I can make some sweet money off of this, guys. Damn. Would you come to my restaurant if I just served these? Up next, chocolate and Cheetos. Bethany says, I dip Cheetos in chocolate pudding. We're gonna take chocolate milk and chocolate pudding and eat them together with Cheetos, I guess. I couldn't find any chocolate pudding at the store that didn't have hydrogenated fats in it, so I just went ahead, bought my own pudding mix. While we're waiting for that pudding to set in the fridge, let's go ahead and give that chocolate milk and Cheetos a taste test. I got 3 kinds of Cheetos because why not? Technically, one of them isn't Cheetos, it's cheese balls from Utz. I love cheese flavored snacks. So this is going to be both a boon and a curse upon me. The Utz balls have a very, very gentle cheese smell. They almost just smell like a hint of cheese. The Cheetos, the crunchy ones on the other hand, smell like full-on Cheetos. And then the Torciditos, they kind of just smell like a cross between the two, but it's very interesting. They also have this spicy speck on them. First up, the cheese ball. First impressions, it's not bad, but I don't really get the chocolate and the cheese Cheetos coming together in any sort of marriage. They both exist on their own planes, and it's like that awkward first date where you don't have anything in common to talk about, and then you just sit there. The chocolatey sweetness of the milk kind of heightens the saltiness of the cheese product, and it also staggers the tasting for me a little bit. After you swallow your chocolate milk, you're left with the aftertaste of very strong corn flavored snacks, which I like. Crunchy Cheeto, chocolate milk. I think I have to taste one on its own to really figure out what's going on here. Salty, slightly spicy, slightly sweet, slightly corny, and it's coming in one wave of flavor. When I pair it with the chocolate milk, it splits the Cheeto flavor into 2. The salty sweet hits first, and then the corny carb sweetness hits later. I don't hate it. Lots of spicy flakes on this one. Whoa, that is a completely different flavor profile than the other 2. I'm guessing because this is an imported snack, it's a slightly different flavor profile, but the specks on it almost taste like black pepper, so it has like a spicy kick right at the end. But what surprised me at first was the first bite, it tastes very perfumey. The milky flavor is very angelic. It just kind of floats away. This one's more yellow, this one's more orange. I also just love eating Cheetos nonstop and having a reason to do it. Out of the three, I strongly prefer the original Cheetos Crunchy. The other two are fine, but the texture is just not as satisfying to crunch into, and their cheese flavor is a little bit more diluted. Chocolate pudding, cheese ball, we dip. Honestly, I think I could take it or leave it. The chocolate pudding is much thicker than the chocolate milk, which means it coats the Cheetos in a much more, you know, covered way. My gosh, words, what are they? Crunchy Cheeto, there we go. Not really feeling it. I don't really get this one. Torcidito. The torcidito one works with the chocolate pudding the best. The reason being, it's so well spiced and it has that really aromatic flavor note going on that I'm not quite sure what it is yet. I'm gonna give the torcidito Cheetos with the chocolate pudding a 7.4. For the chocolate milk, I'm gonna go with the crunchy Cheetos. I think that corn flavor is so forward and the cheese flavor is so forward that it just goes really well with the sweet dairyness of the chocolate milk. For that one, I'm gonna give it a 7.2. It's not as enjoyable on its own, but I love the flavors that it brings forward. So one thing that I've noticed is really popular with you kids nowadays, especially on TikTok, is mug cakes. Okay, so I'm thinking for the mug cake, we take our Cheetos, we blitz them up. There's cheese powder floating all over my kitchen right now. It's like nuclear orange, isn't it? Mom, if you're watching this, I'm an adult now and I can do what I want. This is from our torciditos. We fold them in and some pudding mix to give it that nice cake mix type of texture. Maybe a little bit of baking powder. Just gonna add a little touch of chili pepper in here. And then we'll go in with our milk. 3 tablespoons. I think that's good. What do you think? And we throw it into the microwave and we see what happens. Oh, good Lord. So I think I filled it a little too much and it went kaput. It kind of smells like popcorn that's on the edge of burning. Maybe we'll just let it sit for a minute, let it cool off, see what happens, then we taste it. It doesn't smell terrible. I'll just preface it like that. It smells like a chocolate candy bar almost, like a chocolate covered popcorn. Hot. I don't know what I did, but this is not a cake. The taste is not horrendous. It just has no punch. Tastes like oatmeal with no texture. That's exactly what it tastes like. Can't lie to you, this is really gross. I made a disgusting thing. I don't know how to describe it except it's like oily glue sludge. I'm very disappointed in myself. Mug cake trial 1 is a absolute 1 out of 10. Okay, we're gonna make this again, but we're gonna make a smaller batch. 2 tablespoons of crushed Cheetos, 2 tablespoons of chocolate milk, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and maybe we're just gonna go without the pudding this time because the pudding made it very weird. Round 2 honestly looks terrible. Just terrible. This is a failure. I don't know if we can save this one, guys. I think this is a lost cause. It's a classic case of expectation versus reality. Lower your expectations to increase your happiness in life. Pro tip. It does have a sort of sponginess in addition to its gumminess, so that's promising. Okay, that's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. Just got a chunk of Cheetos that wasn't completely ground up into flour, and it's turned completely cardboard. The flavor is nice. It's almost like a sweetened cornbread. I don't mind it. I feel like this gets a 5.5 out of 10 for me. It's edible. I wouldn't want to eat it, but if I were starving, I would eat it. I don't feel satisfied with this combination. I feel like we can do more with it. What if I put some of this ground up cheese, Cheetos powder on top? Adding more powdered Cheetos on top does in fact make it taste better. I think at this point, I just want to eat Cheetos. And I'll eat it by any means possible. Don't worry, Huria. I am determined to do your combo proud. I remember when I was in Japan, they had these fantastic corn puff snacks that were chocolate covered. I feel like why Cheetos and chocolate might go together for some folks is because it's a corn-based snack. What if we just went the simple way and melted some chocolate down with coconut oil to help it emulsify a little bit better? Go ahead and microwave 2/3 cup of chocolate chips with 1 tablespoon of coconut oil in 30-second increments, stirring between every heating so that you don't burn the chocolate on the bottom of the bowl. Not too hot, not chunky. Smooth and just right. We're gonna dip the cheese balls in there, put it in the fridge, wait for it to dry, and then we'll taste. Truly, they smell really good. I dig it. I don't get much of a cheese flavor at all. Gonna give the Cheetos crunchy a taste. Chocolate and corn. A match made in heaven. So as far as the chocolate covered application go, this one is my favorite. It has just the right amount of crunch and airiness. It's the perfect balance, and the flavor goes so well with the hardened chocolate. How do these score? I'm gonna give these a 7. I don't know. It's just not quite doing it for me. They're delicious, but I would not go out of my way to make them. I'm sorry. I think my personal taste buds just can't get attracted to this cheesy, corny chocolate vibe, even though I keep eating them.
These are all cheesy corn puffs?
They're all Cheeto type things.
It's weird. It's sufficiently weird.
I'm not sure of this combo.
Not a fan.
But chocolate and corn, I like. I'm just gonna try a couple that has chili flakes on top. I feel like this might help it get a little more flavor character in.
As expected, for me, anything with chili is instantly improved. So yeah, it does help.
But I think it also adds to the cheese flavor too.
No, I think it distracts from the cheese flavor.
Really?
Which is the important thing.
I'm a fan. These get an 8 out of 10 for me. We have reached the final frontier. The last suggestion is from TV Chips. Toasted cinnamon raisin bagels and sliced American cheese. Angelica Cooper says, someone told me to make a grilled cheese out of sliced cheese and cinnamon raisin bread, and it's still weighing on my mind. Haven't tried it yet. All right, let's try this. Just FYI, I don't have a toaster, and we're gonna go ahead and just do this on the stove. My first question is, are we melting the cheese or are we not melting the cheese? But I guess if it's toasted and then you put a slice of cheese on it, it's probably gonna melt a little bit, right? If that's not perfectly melted cheese, I don't know what is. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh, it's hot. Oh gosh. This I am very excited for. Smells like cinnamon raisin with a little bit of tang. You know, American cheese doesn't have that much tang to it, but oh, it's so melty. I'm not really sure what there is to say about it except that the cheese is delightfully melty and processed and everything that I ever wish would go on a bagel. It's so processed and so smooth and creamy that it tastes basically like cream cheese, just with a little bit more stickiness to it. But for the most part, it's delicious. I'm a fan. It's kind of strange because it's in that in-between boundary of sweet and savory and androgynous in that flavor profile way. So I don't know if I want to like push it in a certain direction or not. As far as arbitrary ratings go, I give this one an 8.1 out of 10. I love it. I enjoy it. It's not very, very surprising in any way, but thoroughly enjoyable. Now let's see how we can f it up. So I really like putting mayo on my grilled cheese when I toast them because that crisps them up in a slightly different way than butter. And I really think that this sriracha condensed milk concoction will have a similar effect. I was inspired at the very last minute to put those Cheetos crumbs on top because I feel like we really just wanted to bring all 3 combinations together in holy matrimony. You can't give me a cinnamon raisin bagel and not put peanut butter on it. If you think I'm crazy, that's because I am. And I think this looks pretty good. Peanut butter, eggs, cheese, more cheese in the form of crushed Cheetos. It smells good. You know what I think this needs? More sriracha. I think I'm turning into Aaron. Oh man. You guys, this is so good. I like how the sweetness level from the bagel to the cheese doodles to the condensed milk and the eggs all pull together, and then they get smacked by the sriracha spiciness. And that barely detectable sense of salt that's coming from all the components. Oh, and there's peanut butter in here. It's more of a texture than anything else. It's kind of binding all of the stacks together. I know people talk all the time about drunk food and how good drunk food is, and I feel like most of the time I eat a lot of junk food, but I don't drink. It's just good food. It really reminds me of like a breakfast taco, except in place of guac, there's peanut butter. I don't know why it works, but it does. I give this concoction an 8.7 out of 10. It is thoroughly satisfying to eat. The breadiness and the slight sweetness and the slight hint of spice of cinnamon in the bagel just marries all of these salty sweet components together perfectly. Be sure to add some hot sauce. Sriracha is the way to go. A little bit of spicy, a little bit of sweet. It ties everything together.
This is a cinnamon raisin bagel.
Cinnamon raisin bagel.
Okay.
With peanut butter, condensed milk sriracha, crushed Cheetos, a sunny side up egg, and more sriracha on top.
My mind just touched the void with those list of words. I can't even process that. That is a best described as an amalgamation of random crap.
Passing grades?
My mouth doesn't know what to make of it. 8 out of 10. Good
Wow.
junk food.
Good junk food. Do you need a second bite?
No, I'm good.
He didn't want to eat it, but I do. I think if we do this again, you guys are going to have to try harder with your combos, you know? Give me some real winners here, maybe. Not to say these aren't winners, because obviously. I love it. Looking back, the sardines and condensed milk was the biggest surprise of all. I was dreading that one the most, but that one became my favorite. Cheetos and chocolate, it was okay. I think it could use a little bit spice, you know? Those chili flakes on top of the chocolate covered corn puffs, nice touch. And this latest bagel concoction, I mean, what are you gonna say to that? It's the ultimate weirdo breakfast sandwich. And I am proud to say that I love it. Let me know down below which of these combos scared you the most, which ones you're most excited to try for yourself, and if you do try it, definitely let me know what you thought about them. I look forward to doing more of these. Hit me with everything you got. Just don't troll me, you know? Give me like real combos that you guys truly love, because I wanna know what you like to eat. I feel like there's some combos that are hidden in the world and you guys are holding on to as secrets, and I want to know all your secrets. Until next time, see ya.